Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another live with our DataViz finalists for this year's Data Connect conference. I want to kind of kick this off by sharing a little bit about what we're even doing here, and then I will throw it over to Preethi to talk a little bit about her DataViz. So if you have not been tuning in over the last couple of weeks, we've hit on this a lot in our weekly windups on Tuesday mornings. At the Data Connect conference here in Columbus, we do host an annual DataViz competition. This is certainly one of my favorite parts of the event. It's so fun to see what folks put together, and it's great to be a part of the process of reviewing all of them. So to give some context, we get hundreds of these applications in every year. With the help of our friends at Apexon, who also support and sponsor the DataViz competition, we somehow narrow it down to 10. And we are now doing interviews with our top 10 folks over the next couple of weeks, just to give them an opportunity to share a little bit more about their visualization and to give folks who are able to vote live at home an opportunity to kind of dive a little bit further in. So I'm going to turn it over to Preethi to talk a little bit about her DataViz, America's International Students. And Preethi also won our competition in 2022. So everyone's going to get a run for their money this year, I think.
Thank you, Kelsey. I am truly excited to be back, and I love, as you said, kudos to you. How do you also narrow such beautiful visits down to top 10? It's a feat.
It's difficult, and it's a multi-step process. So
yeah. And that is the thing. I always enjoy being in the midst of such great talent. And if you have not, I would suggest that you go and look at these top 10 visits. Such diverse perspectives, such diverse backgrounds, amazing stuff. So I want to take this opportunity to introduce myself to you all really quickly. I'm Preethi Lodha. I'm a data analytics and insights manager in higher education space. Yes, I am that person who has 2 masters, because why stop at one, right? I have over 10 years of experience in data analytics. Trust me, I started as a tester and I have worked all the way through. So have experienced the entire life cycle of what the project management and what data analysis looks like. And that sort of informs all the decision in the data visualizations that I make. Few accolades thrown in there so that you know that I have been in this space. I've been a Tableau Public Ambassador for a couple of years now. And as Kelsey said, I did win the Data Connect Conference Data Visualization Challenge with my personal favorite with Sherlock Holmes. I have what I also bring is this experience of me having lived and worked in 3 different continents. So I get an experience of different work culture and overall other stuff. What I have for you today is a data visualization, but when you see it on screen, it's just the first page that you see. But this data visualization is a story that I have told. It's a personal story for myself. It spans of 8 dashboards. Yes, and I counted, there are 11 distinct charts that have gone through in the process of it. What I'm going to do in next few minutes is walk you through of what this visualization is about, and key design aspects, key choices that I have made. And I do implore you to go ahead and interact with this viz. So probably it will give you more insights on what the data and the information is about. Does that sound good? Okay, let's do this. So I hope on your screen you see right now is my visualization, which is America's International Students, Trends and Impacts. As I previously said, most of these stories, I have some personal aspect. So the background on this is I came to America as an international student. So I have experienced this process of what international students give out, and especially being in the higher education space. We have been having conversation about demographic decline and shifts that are happening, which sort of gives an opportunity for the higher education space to open up or get a better understanding about what the international education space could look like. So what I am hoping, and the audience for this is anybody who is interested in knowing about what international students do, like why do they come to America? Where do they go? What do they study? What impact do they bring to the education and the economic system? And where does America stand in comparison with rest of the world? Because yes, rest of the world is also looking to get those international students, right? So it's a varied analysis. And what I've done is you would see that you have these small nuggets which give you right away the information of what this conversation is going to be about. And after that, you will see then there I have a detailed visualization which has capabilities in some of them where you hover over, it gives you more information. So that is what interactivity you are going to check out. With the color, I have kept it to a minimal color palette because I right away want you to grab the information. So red and whites are the color choices, but there is one chart where I had to expand the color palette. Apart from that, the color choice is pretty straightforward. As you click around, I have implemented the best practices that I have learned over the years. For example, a map. America's map, when you look, because of geographically the sizing of the states, it distorts the data, right? Utilizing these such of charts and having a knowledge of utilizing something of this sort gives you the impact at the same scale. So when I say California, New York, and Massachusetts are the top three, your eye will catch it right away because of the sizing implementation that has been done. Again, the key KPIs highlight what information I'm trying to, and then when you come down to the analysis, it will give you more detailed information. Basic set of charts, but I'm also a data visualization developer, right? How can I live without creating a bespoke chart? So here you go. This is the bespoke chart. I got inspired by one of the prints that I had seen, and I wanted to translate into the story. So also know that data visualization process is about learning and making it your own. And that is the process I like implementing. That way I learn, but also I get to create something for myself. This is the chart which I was talking, where you have colors and then you have rest of the colors that highlight the different uh, countries or the regions from which the international students come. The whole idea of having a bespoke chart here rather than a world map was the ease with which this steam graph was able to give out the information, which you might have had to struggle had I had a world map. So this right away says, right, like China and India, somewhere around in 2018, surpassed the world in sending international students to America. There could be multiple reasons for it. And yes, there are a billion people in both of these countries. So the volume of with which they can send international students tend to be more. So do keep those aspects in mind too when you are interacting with these. And the same goes with the process as you keep on moving from Viz to Viz, you will see these various visualization come to play. My favorite in all of these visualization has been this particular part where I showcase that the international student market space competition across the world has been increasing. Back in 2000, America held 28% of the market, even though when you look at the international enrollment trends, you will see an uptrend. But when you look at from the bigger picture, the global scale, you will see that the sizing has dwindled from 28 to 15% in 22. So who are the other winners? UK, Australia, Canada saw a significant jump in what they are doing for the international student space. So it is important to pay attention, even though your enrollment trends show that they are going up. When you look at from the global picture, your international student space is shrinking down because more and more students are going for their education, either higher education or education in the other countries, and they have provided those avenues where they can come and be a student. And I like to give something personal out to my viewers who have interacted with all this visualization. And what could be more personal than going and finding your university into the list of top 100 universities? So let's say I want to know, let's say you are a BU grad and you wanted to know what BU's international population has grown up to. You have a couple of options. You could either scroll all the way through, this is alphabetically sorted, you can find it, or you have the search filter option, in which if you select Boston University, it will highlight the information. So yeah, there you go. A quick overview of what this visualization is all about and the choices that I made.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. I love it's so cool to see what folks come up with, like based on their personal experiences and what they're passionate about and how they put it in this format. So I really appreciate you diving a little deeper in. I also love having these conversations because it's been a couple of weeks since I've taken a peek at these. And I loved that some of your charts were actually maps of the US, which is not something I clicked on when I initially looked at it. So I appreciate you elaborating on that a little bit as well. I would love to share before we go today just how folks can actually vote for their favorite viz. So let me share my screen here. Perfect. So again, we've talked about this a couple of times on our weekly windups on Tuesdays, but I want to go through it again just so that you have fresh information in your mind on how you can navigate these vizzes and vote for your favorite. So if you head to the Data Connect conference website, dataconnectconf.com, you can click on this drop-down tab for Data Connect conference, Data Viz competition. And there is Preethi winning in 2022. That's so fun. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll have an opportunity to check out all of the titles of each of these vizzes. You can click through all of them. You'll get a little bit of a blurb of information around the viz itself, the author, the medium. And then if you would like to interact with that viz, you can actually click on view entry. And it will take you directly to the page where you can actually interact with those. So again, if you're interested, I would certainly recommend flipping through all 10 of these. They are all incredible and all very different. So I recommend flipping through all of those. And then once you've made your decision, you can go down here, click cast your vote, and vote for your favorite. I do have a little timeline down here as well I want to bring up. So virtual voting closes April 26th. So plenty of time to navigate these. Also, stay tuned. We are going to be meeting with all of our other finalists as well over the next couple of weeks. And then once voting closes, we'll spend the weekend tallying it up. On the 29th, we'll announce our top 5, and those top 5 will have an opportunity to actually join us in Columbus on July 11th and 12th for the annual Data Connect conference. Yeah. So again, thanks so much, Preethi, for joining us today, walking through that. Good luck as well. It would be so fun to have a returning champion back at the event. So wish you luck and certainly appreciate your time. If folks are interested in seeing what other visualizations you've put together or want to connect with you in other ways, how can they do
that? Thank you, Kelsey. Couple of things.
Yeah.
Please do not deter because you saw my picture getting an award up there. It should not deter you from voting me if you like me enough and my viz enough. So first thing first, yeah, please do connect with me on LinkedIn or Twitter, which is now called X.
It always trips me up too when I'm saying Twitter or X.
I'm making a conscious decision that it is called X and not Twitter. But if we could go back to my screen, I do have it down there. So if you see down here, it says Lodha Viz. That is my X. And on LinkedIn, it's my first name, last name, Preethi Lodha. You should be fairly easily be able to find me. And as Kelsey said, I do have my interact with me or hire me on Tableau Public turned on. What happens is if you send me a message over there, it comes to my personal inbox and I will be able to read and respond.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you so much again, Preethi. Good luck, and we will see everyone next time. Have a
There
great
you
day.
go. Good day, Kelsey. Take care, everyone.